concerns. Yeah, he's having a pop-off performance. 17 frags, but more importantly, the bomb's now loose. They can play around that. Tizian wants to find something, but there goes the orb. Yeah. Tight line held. Masuta's so good. Jesus.
He's not missing.
No, he's not.
It's a laser beam to the head as well. He is looking very crispy today. I said the Zywoo, you know, 30, 35. This could be the Masuta.
Could you imagine
30,
the
35.
script flip where we end up talking about Masuta, the best player on Vitality? That would be great.
Dear.
Yeah, I mean, he is a supportive component, but he nearly wins a bloody A round as the B player here.
Some big shots.
10 HP, by the way. 10 HP on that third frag. Thought we might have got to see it again, but here we have an 8-4 scoreline. Chad, am I being dismissive when I say Big Clan kind of had that one fed to them?
Well, they definitely were given those openings, right? So if they dropped that round, it would have been terrible. They should have secured that, and they did. Now, if they can secure this one, we're back on for a competitive half. This will break the money of Vitality here, so an important round for Big. They've been given a chance.
Oh dear. Searson. Sitting dark, and nice work. The patience from Shox just to find the insta-lethality.
Lost Zywoo though.
Yeah, Kyojin's going to be tested on ramp immediately. Nice catch as well as Tizian finds Apex mid. Oh, it's perfect. Big Clan are right back into Mirage. A save, will that be a priority?
I think right now that is probably the go-to call that's coming out of Apex's mouth. Low HP of Tizian and Tabson. How aware are they? They can find one of these kills. If they're able to just pop one of them off, it might spur them on to go for a 2-on-3 retake. Bomb is planted now. The 40 seconds will begin, and it's not like they're completely out of the realms of this one just yet, Vitality. I know that they're on the jiggles. I mean, no, like I thought that maybe they start having a look in, you know, Shox will peek towards Connector or something, but yeah, okay, never mind.
I learned the most useless German word I'll ever learn recently. It's Doschwasser ein Speisung. Doschwasser ein Speisung. I don't know, it's basically what they write on like some random like taps for in case the fire department are going to show up.
Yeah, okay.
But I was reading it over dinner.
Yeah, this is the things we do. Yeah,
just reading random signs on the walls over dinner, and now I'm gonna just regurgitate it to freak out Germans.
All right.
Like it just conversationally. Ja, die Doschwasser ein Speisung ist da.
I see what you're going for.
Thank you.
I'm not sure the payoff's going to be there.
No, I just want them to look at me like I'm odd. You know, I think that's the payoff.
You've got that coming, though.
Yeah, I get that payoff actually. Yeah. So an 8-5 half, and it could very well be wrapped up neat and tidy, as Chad already highlighted. Those saved rifles are going to be the saving grace of the CTs. They do have cash to splash. Big Clan, however, have been keeping them honest. A saved orb will be C2. Shox has the potential to drop one for Zywoo if they want to maintain the double AWP, and it does seem like at least one has been thrown over. Yep, okay, so they are going to put all the chips into the center of the table for round 14. This is for defense of their honor. They're going to be on Peanuts and Pocketlin should Big Clan break them here. 2 rounds already, though, so third stage loss bonus should this fall. Zatara is on top of the scoreboard for Big so far. Haven't seen anyone break double digits. Vitality are completely and totally dominating in terms of individuals showing up in our first half.
Yeah, Sirsen's come alive since we mentioned him needing to find some AWP impact. He's had 4 kills since then, so this is good. Big starting to warm into this one. This is their map choice. Bit of a first wave of utility onto the A site here, but no committal behind it, actually retooling back towards the top of mid as we see 2 players up in that bedroom. So another one of these different looking setups from Vitality. They've shown us quite a few looks here today.
They've definitely been in the lab, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think, you know, like it's all good and well when you're a new team to be able to spice it up and have these funkier setups and, you know, what you're preparing for and what you're expecting to come out the gate the other side. The harder part is just the standard play, right? Just you go to your spot, you hold your spot, you work with your teammates, right? That's the more difficult stuff. These kind of, I don't want to say they're all in. There's still very, very big chances to be transitional, but they're a bit more gamble heavy. Yeah. Nothing's coming their way quickly here. This is quite a silent round, all things considered. We had all that utility thrown over towards A. That's left Vitality in a very passive stance. Now the second wave coming out, they're taking mid control. This event setup could be perfect to deal with the connector player of Taps. No.
It's going to get a bit crowded in ladder if they want to contest this. Kyojin's safe on the ladder for now. Apex is containing this connector push. Very tough angle to clear. Here's them, and wants to peek in. Free flash, catches a back, turned. Oh, but the flash was there, but so is Tabson with his AK. Searson coming in with a frag of his own. Only Shock's now tagged, just trying to look to retreat at this point. The side feels lost. Got big fine from Zaiwu, as he's actually knocked the bomb out of the hands of Tabs, and he was going for an open plant. No smoke. Baits the shot. Hard fights, and Taris lives on. A huge find. He can win the round here. He's trying to bait Shocks as best he can. Didn't spot him. Now will be peeked at the back. His turn. So low. Nice find. 5 seconds. He's going to do it. The 1v3, the wallbang, the only hope. And now he knows exactly where he is. And Tara, squeaky bum time, 10 HP. Zaiwu's got the pistol out. And a nade. Oh, what a shame. What a horrible way to go. Zentaris did so much with so little there.
I think his reaction is very fitting. It's like, oh man, what do I have to do? Able to make it work. Able to get that bomb done. Able to help his team out in a big way, but...
Whoa, I mean, Zaiwu, let's see these first two. Just as the chaos is caused by Apex, like he gets there at the right time. That position, you can feel like you're contributing nothing as the site is lost if they've already pushed CT, if they're tucked into sandwich, but his timing, impeccable. The nade as well, couldn't have been better.
Sails in, you know, destined for success right there. Great stuff here is Vitality. They're 1 round away from getting double digits in the first half, or to Big F Slang saying, something up for a 9-6.
Interesting to see early All Presence Palace. We're going to be seeing the same CT setup, getting one up early. Zaiwu, we're looking for action on B. You'll be able to peek around that. Ooh, Tizzy and Deadman if he jumps down. Nothing initially. Zaiwu, though, confirms no early ads. Spotted and pre-fire. Zaiwu's in a lot of trouble now. Forced the smoke out of him, and Tizzy with a fresh reload should enable the retreat. Yeah, nice play from Zaiwu. He is one of the very few individuals that has just such an impeccable read on the game. Game sense, for lack of a better word, but it is an all-encompassing term to describe his sheer understanding of the advantages he can take and the disadvantages he must avoid.
Yeah, it's going to be very important to stay to that level as well with the new kid coming on in. It's going to take a while to get him where they need him to be. And 2 players on low HP, Apex and Zaiwu, both reside on this B bomb side, but they have company. You've got Masuda over towards the catwalk position. You've got Kyojin in vent, and it's just Shock soloing A, but with 45-ish seconds left on the clock, it looks like they are going to finish over towards the A bomb side.
It's the right call. Shox has got Kyojin to call upon, but he's so far away. He's like deep window.
It's almost a retake setup. Look how many nades are left for Masuda and Kyojin. That's what it's telling me right now, and that's a huge find.
Oh dear, and Masuda finding another. They completely relieve any pressure they had in mid. It really does nullify and really give this A-take. Plant as much as you want, mate. Shox is there. He's been waiting for it the whole time, and Big Clan look like they've got nothing to say about round 15. Keto, a nice first on the swing. A second required as Shox is tagged. Masuda's there, and Keto can't hold on. 10. Vitality looking strong on Big Clan's map pick. DreamHack Masters Spring continues right after this.
Last was short there. Jungle left side. On the right side.
Jungle left side.
Nice! Very nice. Nice, let's go now.
Nice job, nice goal. First night's covers, everything came so easy. It's electricity. Electricity. It's electricity.
Second half of Mirage, the very first of our third day. I'm Machine, I've got Chad Sponge Birchall with me. He's Australian and occasionally considered to be handsome. Whether or not he's smart, well, remains to be seen. That's what the second half is going to tell us, as well as whether or not Vitality can take big plans map pig. Let's find out. T-start now for the French, and a 5-round buffer. An 8-hit looks to be coming in early. Tizian was great previously and starts the proceedings off with 2 clean headshots. USP recovered. Masuda's been the star of the Vitality show so far. See if he can stop the man advantage. 4-on-3 quickly equalized. Here we go. Bomb loose, courtesy of the USP of Searson. And now Apex dancing around the elevations. This is a really, really nasty set of fights now for the T's. They don't even know that all the CTs are here. Apex swings out and is met by bullets. Chances for shots. I've seen it before. Not going to see it again. Close, though. Zywoo's getting straight up flashbacks.
Yeah, I think we all get that right there for a second. Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, Big, they get a must-win pistol round right there, and I'm not sure if we'll see the full force buy back here from Vitality. Definitely an AK out on the deck. Almost. That almost fell completely apart right there.
I think even Big Clown were like, no. It doesn't happen again. No, it's not going to happen.
All right, well, where's that AK? On Zywoo, top middle, on his lonesome. And meanwhile, gone walkabout. Big, they've taken apartments control. I don't think Zywoo's going to get the fight he's looking for.
No, but it is so perfectly Vitality-esque, isn't it? Let's get that AK on mid. 4 of us apps, and we're going to give him 30 seconds to do his thing.
But he's going to be able to walk all the way up short here and take fights with this AK into the site. His biggest problem is Zentares, who's close.
And yeah, the fact that no one's holding it from bench, like Zywoo's going to have
He's talking so much.
He's talking about his game plan here, so confirming that there's no one early window. Oh, this is hype. Okay, strap in.
Apex has just headed back to spawn to make sure there's no push. So the fact that Zywoo's got this much space, they have to know there was aggression on the extremities, right? Or that they're playing a 3-man A setup and 2 guys rooted in the back of the B bomb site. Well, it's kind of the case. That's about to go down.
He's looking. He's going to see a shoulder. He's going to get more than he bargained for on the repeat. Here we go. Now Zywoo, as they're distracted, crawling in. Oh, and a perfect execution. Zentares would have to kill them all, and he only gets 2. Now the site is there. Zywoo hunting. It's going to be Searson missing the scout shot, which does it again. Give him new lease of life to Keto on short. Zywoo's anticipating this, and Keto's very loud about it. Another execution from the Force 4 AK. Apex even scavenging away a FAMAS. Suddenly, Searson's scout does not seem favorable whatsoever. Oh, and there's more smoke. He's just going to have to jump through it, and Apex does catch a bullet. Nice try. Zywoo, the last man standing. That is a successful force buy from Vitality. They just grab hold of the reins round 2.
I can't tell you how much of a dream that is for Zywoo to go mid and be able to get that much space, because if you think about what the round should look like, is he goes mid and he takes some form of contact. At some point, even walking along catwalk from connector or from somebody fighting from short, but he gets all that control. This is a dream. Then they're able to post up and just explode as a unit. Otherwise, before, it would have just been that explosion through the apartments, but Zywoo being that second leg.
Oh, this is hype.
It's obviously round winning. You guys don't need to have that spelled out for you, but it's just insane that they got that much respect. And that Big, they have to force buy back to fight. They have to force buy back to contest, because this game, this map is going to get away from them very quickly here. Let's settle into this, because the full buy for Vitality is very threatening here, and if they don't trip over their own shoelaces...
Searson could get bat bopped here. On the bench peak.
Oh, flubbing it!
Bloody hell, Apex has had a mare. Or en français, en merde. That's not fun.
It got worse as well. He went down after fluffing that shot. Zywoo, less than half HP, 30 to his name, and Big is set up for success.
Yeah, even Masuda being spotted out in that palace position. He's no longer safe or a surprise. Okay, well, do you know what's interesting is as they cut noise and they gather for this A-take, the fact that Kyojin's already slipped out Tetris means they don't have to waste time. They can all take access into A. The CTs have worked it out. Oh gosh, Tizian's a threat. Chunks away. It's more than he bargained for, but a very nice reaction. Tamsin looking good for more. Deagle frag as well. 3 in the round from Tamsin. It's his first kind of star level frag total. And trying to contest the plant actually does go down, as does Keto. Tag from that scout will be finished off. And just no fun with that Galil. All right, big plan. They're forced by. It was a crucial win, and it's converted.
2 AKs should be picked up here, as well as a Galil as a minimum. So that is a great turnaround for Big. Right, the round that they just gave away, you can almost wipe the slate clean and forget about it. Vitality with the plant. Right now, we're going to have some questions about: do they just want to take a partial investment here and buy into the next, or do they want to continue the force buy wars? I would say the T side, refining that is going to be one of the harder things to do with a newer player. I think that's going to take longer than just settling Kyojin into CT side of positions. So frustration, and that's why I'm talking about the game plan. If you force buy, it's less about, you know, the whole defaulting, the mid-round decisions. It's more about just kind of pack rolling, hoping you're finding some entry kills and you can work off of each other. Now, they've gone for the force buy option here. Shox and Zywar wants the AKs, the other 3 with pistols. So they don't want to give up on the economy, but think about this. Let's just paint this picture. Big win this one. Scoreline will be looking at 11-8. That means Vitality should take an eco. 11-9. Back in touching distance, and that is a massive shot. How did he see anything through that bloody nade?
I have no idea.
Eyes of a hawk right there. Seriously set them up for what should be another very important round.
I've got a lot of space in mid here.
Again.
Nice find. 1 for Shox. A-side vulnerable. Tizian hunted. It's actually Tamsin that goes down. Excuse me. Tara's is dead as well. And Vitality making these AKs feel like all 5 had the AK-47. They started with 2, but they've taken A. They've taken the potential round. It's only Tizian to try and voice concerns. And Crosshairs in the right place from Zywar. Well, a recap of that. Definitely seems that Big Clan, or rather Vitality, have identified the freedoms they can find in mid.
So much space, just so much space. And I think it's because they don't want to give away those opening kills, right, in middle, because you want to just hunker down the sides. As our good friend Henry says, you can't plant in mid. So they're just trying to hedge these bomb sites. But by giving up all that space, it's allowing Vitality to creep up close and then apply a lot of pressure. Apex, look how happy he is. Hands off the keyboard, he's got a big smile on his face. The jazz hands are out.
I mean, Chad, can you speak to it for anyone that's not like lived that in-game leader fantasy when you make a call and it works super well and you just suddenly feel like, I don't know, I couldn't imagine. I can't describe it.
Look, I think when you're out calling your opponent, especially when it's positioning based, or you know, you just make them look so foolish in a situation. Like you've beaten them just with your brain. You haven't even needed to shoot them at that point, right? Like sure, the calls come in and your teammates have probably gotten those kills and that flash is perfect. But when they execute, right, there's nothing better for an in-game leader than out-calling your opponent. Now here for Big, can they scrap back another? This time more conservative.
Yeah, but they're out mid again, and Searson this time does manage to at least provide a little bit of a warning shot. Apex is going to be hankered or tagged down 30.
This is where Vitality struggled last time, right? After they got tagged and they got stalled on out. Even more damage to Apex here, so regrouping, I think that needs to happen soon. There's another speculative shot there. Guys are slow.
He's always a threat with that scout, is Searson. Now that smoke's probably got another 10 seconds on it, so they will have safe passage to short. His teammates are going to be very vulnerable to B. Oh, and Tamsin's only got a P250 screaming for help. Please, anybody, please, somebody, no, that's the site. And I'm afraid it could very well be the round. Apex catching the rotate mid. He's got the perfect position to deal with all of this. Tizian, however, quick to the trigger. Scout and AK recovered, bomb down. And advantage as well as the finances. Favoring Vitality here.
Decent attempt there. Keto just looking to do some more financial damage. Maybe even grab himself an AK. He gets a kill going in there. It's a decent round after all. This is Vitality stabilizing. This will be the 13th round. Only 3 more away from picking up map number 1. And elimination match. Tournament life on the line here. It's amazing how many names we've already lost just within 2 days.
Yeah.
The A and B streams were obviously just back to the A stream here and now. We even get these lovely look-ins. We know the man behind the camera for this one. I'm sure it's Phil.
Yes, dude, Phil.
Over there at the
He is the reason why whenever big clans send content in, it looks like it's ready for Hollywood.
Okay, because he's just been prepping it.
Shout out to Phil. He's got all the tech. He's probably, I bet he was the poor guy that had to build all of those bloody backdrops as well.
The tables, the chairs.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He's a good discipline priest as well. World of Warcraft's dungeons.
For everybody playing at home, is an MMORPG. And Alex likes to play the class of a rogue.
Oh, not far off. Far off.
Druid.
I'm a monk.
Druid. Oh, a monk. Okay.
I walk on the winds.
Tried.
It's alright. Kyojin and Keto. About to have a bit of a standoff here. This dude's just playing with fire. That smoke's going to start to fade, and he's got the bomb on his back and alone. If you were to concede that, that's like round losing. So bite your tongue.
He's just going to park there, but they're splitting A up through connect.
The same gap. And Tamsin peeks in now under a lot of scrutiny. The double frag, though. They line up for him. And Vitality now on notice. Nothing to do about that unless Zywoo can... Sound cues required. The spray is hard. Tamsin's winning this round exclusively. I think he might even have another area. He's flashed off. Searson provides onto ramp, and his booty is spotted. Just a couple of millimeters of cheek. Oh, wow.
That was wild.
Okay, well tamed. Fair play.
Well, he'll take one, and if he can do any more damage right now, I think that's the best shots he's looking for in a round like this. 45 seconds left on the clock. Decent amount of money in his bank balance. His teammates should be able to buy after the loss bonus comes on through as well. So if he can find 1 or 2 more kills, that would be the dream. Make this as expensive as possible. Smoke out. Play behind it to even grab that bomb. That'll force Big to rotate back around the map, because if he gets going now, he would have to consider B, but never mind. There was a player in spawn. Thank you very much for that, Rush Lee. You're catching off my old man eyes.
It's nice when he can call us out by pressing a button.
Yeah, he doesn't have to say anything, but I know what he just did.
Yeah.
Shut up, Chad. He can't go B.
If he gets the bomb now, Rush is like, no.
Guys, it's one spawn. Guys, what are you talking about?
That's not the way he's saying it, though.
We might be spawn. I don't know, actually.
One more here, one
I think he's mid.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, actually.
So, Rush, is he mid or not? Because if I...
Oh, what are you doing? Fancy.
MC keeps leveling up.
How has MC found a new power level?
I think, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't leave his PC.
That's the secret, yeah.
Okay, well, the guns are back out here.
MC at PC, 1080p. Oh, Dito opens up proceedings again. That's another first blood for Big Clan right out of the gate.
And they're looking sharp as well with these shots. This is a problem for Vitality. Like I mentioned before, the T sides. I think if you guys remember what happened yesterday on Dust 2 against the Saltinis, their T side of Dust 2 it was terror bad.
Wow, I've never heard that descriptive word come out of your mouth before.
4 on 5 now. How are they going to make this one work? No territory to their name. Mid control taken.
They love this mid. Now, previously, of course, Tamsin getting a double kill was the saving grace. Whether or not that's something you can count upon is a different conversation. Hard smoke to throws. I always got the lineup. That will cover off the window, and now we have the connector side as well. However, they're ahead of it. They're in front of it, and they will have vision still. So to clear it, it will be a hard scope. Oh, he's so perfectly flashed. Great stuff from Big Clan here. Kyojin good for 2 though. Enough just to maintain a degree of competitiveness. Now the AWP's gone, and so is the rounds. And Tara is so disconnected. Tizian was the B player. Smoke is going to fade, and that was a chance. Apex wounded, but
just
he comes
swings
straight back out for it. Hits the head. Tizian's healthy, coming in for the 1v2. Kyojin's so low. Both of them are.
Molly.
Incendiary available. He's sweeping dark. Kyojin's not going to be able to assist as Apex goes down, and Apex does it all. What a round from the in-game leader, and a sigh of relief as he pulls them from the brink.
It looked like he lost the round right there with his reaction.
Let me see this again. So Zywoo's dead. It's Kyojin and Apex, 2v4.
Oh, so blind. Yeah, this first kill from Apex was huge, but then the one when he just decided to swing on out and fight the short player was wild.
Who kills Shocks? Find it out again.
This is the last kill, right? Oh, he's on the ladder. No wonder. No wonder he looked like he lost it. He's mad at himself for that little misplay.
Yeah, he could have straight up thrown Kyojin into an awkward 1v1.
Sorry, dude. I almost died.
No, I know it might just be me making excuses for myself, but I've only recently found out about this bug in Counter-Strike where if you are completely inaccurate regardless of being stationary when you release the walk key.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know about that, and my walk key is bound to my thumb, which I regularly grip with the walk key pressed and released in the middle of my sprays and contact all the time.
Now, I have watched the content around this.
Yeah, me too. Didn't know about it.
It's obviously a problem.
You know how we say get CSGO?
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'd say it's not as common as we're thinking it is.
Yeah, everyone needs an excuse. What a shot! Nice from Kyojin to adapt, overcome, still Keto. And we can all calm down. Just going to be MP9s, FAMAS, Scouts. There's going to be a lot of pressure onto the Big Clan boys here. They've put all their pennies into this, and Santara's completely caught out. Just from the late mid presence, and Tizian's thrown it all onto the line. In a bit of a hectic MP9 spray. Searson, however, may go unchecked. They did molly him out, and he's... Oh. Does this one spread too? Oh, twice. Twice. They really are going to assume it's clear. Maybe go for the ninja?
Yeah, look, it would be fine if it wasn't 14-8 as the scoreline and Vitality only needed 2 more rounds. So right now, Searson, if he goes for this, look, it's desperate, but they have to be. And look, that's what that round reeked of, because it was a forced buy situation. Big knew that their money were on the ropes. They're not working with a massive loss bonus, considering the stage we are in this second half. And now with the scoreline at 15-8, they buy in again, but it will just be that smattering of Deagles. Utility behind it, I'm sure Searson will grab himself another scout. But unless somebody steps up here with a couple of big heroics, I'm talking about those beautiful, juicy 1 digs, we can call map number 1 done and dusted, and Vitality have done it in style.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering how competitive that first half initially felt. It was a slew of CT rounds, though.
They're just going to finish it with an A piece. I like this. Just together, trading out. They know they've got the advantage of utility and firepower. Not the number advantage.
So, he's given Big Clan a leg up here. It's short-lived, but it's enough to at least be competitive for the rest of this one. Takes a lot of space. You have to, right? Under-equipped. Apex keeps him on notice from that Palace position now. The call is going to be super important here. You know the CTs are going to be scrambling to put their bodies in the right place.
Even just flooding back to B right now is not a terrible call after with what you've seen. And look at how much utility is on the deck. It's just Searson with 1 flashbang and that scout. Shox controlling these mid rotations. The only thorn is his taps in here. It's not going to be pumped at all. They circumvent him completely.
Yeah, well, Tizian is there. Tries to flood for the first one, Dig, and immediately decides better up it. Oh, wow, straight through the smoke. That's a problem. Searson trying to save Big Clan here. And disadvantage now. Apex has through the smoke. Window straight from the pop flash that you missed the gun.
A lot of unknowns here.
Apex is so loud on his pursuit of Searson here. Confirms it. Nice play from Apex. Just draws the fire now. Shots to be hit. Double. Oh, Zywo's gone down. Completely overwhelmed. 20 seconds now and the bomb's loose. It's under CT control and the elevated position's too good. Big Clan saved by Keto's Deeg. And the ensuing rifle recovery. Big stuff from... Oh, damn it. Damn those guys.
Big stuff from the Berlin
clan.
International Gamers.
Yeah.
Well, we did say that somebody would have to step up in a big way with a couple of nice Deagle shots. Keto did exactly that. Searson with a shot through the smoke right there onto Shox. And oh, look, you get the cam again. Look at this. Okay, we might... I really enjoy the juxtaposition of the wireframing with the solid colors presented on the models there. It's a great visual aspect. But Big, is this just a matter of time? I think it is. I feel like Vitality are going to close this one out, even with the T-side wobbles. Purchases are coming through now, a bit spotty. P250 for Apex. Zywo has enough to go for the big green if he would like. He's been looking phenomenal on that AK-47. There's the coach on the screen, Xtaz for you, the new boy Kyojin as well. A couple of the faces you probably haven't seen too much in that Vitality jersey. Straight back over for what appears to be just another A piece. Didn't have great success Keto close last time. Let's see how he goes this time. How many more can he find? I feel like they've been denied a lot here.
Yeah, they
Vitality, and they've lost mid control completely.
It might just be a pause and see how far Shox can walk into B. Keto's not gonna let them though, he wants info. Falling for it. Big fight for Masuta to win. In Big Clan, they are hesitant, aren't they?
Yeah, they evacuated A. Zantara's is having to rotate back over now. It's a 2-2 split of the defense right here. No matter where Vitality go, Big are going to be in trouble. timing on this too. The flash comes through. Shocks will hear that. They know they just played for info.
Window smoked. Mid has been great for Vitality, and Shocks will be working his way through under now. 40 seconds is the mark. Here they come. Tares looking for support, has it in the form of Tabson. Molotov down, bides his time, steadies his aim, and does find a head. Tizian posts up on mid as well. Tabson can't provide. Nice from Zywoo. A tag on the cross, can't finish it. Kyojin wants a plant, they don't. Oh, they have a nade. Searson hasn't released it, but Kyojin now all alone, and he's about to be dunked. Big Clan closing the gap, another step in the right direction.
Yeah, that one, considering this time they were the ones to give away that first death, still able to get across the line there, Big. And now we're into the double digits. The comeback becomes even more likely. That plant, with the loss bonus where it is right now, shouldn't be enough to afford Vitality a buy, but when you're keeping this big unit down to 2 players alive, down to 3 players alive in some of these later round situations, you'd want to be going for something a little bit more threatening now that a full eco. Don't even need the nade, Tizian gets it done.
Still a very tall order.
Yeah, look, number 11 should be the round they're able to convert. They should be getting one step further in that direction. It is the Deagles, the P250, a little bit of utility. Smoke towards top mid as Searson is taking a lot of space. He's going to hear this. Clean it up. So simple from Searson. No AWP needed. Gets it done with the MP9. It's good when the logical conclusion happens, isn't it? No, it doesn't always happen. Okay, well, here we go again, back into the gun rounds. Apex is a little bit short, might see a Galil for him. But what will the change be for Vitality? When you look at the T rounds that they post on the board, quite a few of them have come from mid-presence. Zywoo just on his own, or the team as a group being able to corral their way, trade on out efficiently. But we have seen the mix-up from Big. Previous rounds, they were starting to go for a bit more mid-control, trying to deal with that little lurker. It looks like Vitality want to try this A-bomb site one more time. Top mid smoke again. Shock lurking again. Set up here from Vitality. Like they want to explode onto the site, and Zentaras is over there to deal with this. Up close and personal towards the ramp, taking the shoes of Keto. But this will be a 5-man all-in on A, Alex.
Shock's actually catching that stairs aggression, but Zentaras in a real rough spot. He's trying to be hidden from 2 different spots. Now Molotov down, so many pushed up, has caught one. And it's Tabson to step up to the plate. A double dink, collateral, 1 bullet, 2 on 10 HP, and now the bomb goes down, but Zywoo just about evades the frag. Short-lived success. Now Tizian from behind, a fast flank. Apex needs this cleanly, but the flash is there. Good response.
1-on-1.
Searson hunting for survival here, and Apex steadies his aim, brings him down to 19. He can finish it. He just needs 1 more bullet. The shadow is indicative of the position, and that's it. Apex secures it. Vitality snatch away Big Clan's map pick. Mirage. Nuke is our 2nd map. We're getting into our best of 3, the first of our 3rd. day, and Team Vitality are already 1-0 up. We're heading into their domain. They did snatch away Big Clan's Mirage from them, and Big Clan are on the back foot. We'll see how that starts, of course, with the defensive start. CTs get that advantage here on Nuke. You didn't pick Nuke. You get to start on that defense. We're going to be seeing early door and vent Molotov. Heading ramp, Centaurez immediately falling off as he's forced out of the angle, and here we go. They drop. Centaurez quick to retreat. They did actually land a bit of pepper, and now looking to grind. First down into the site. Shox looking to lock down that ramp rotate. Will he be required? Oh dear, Masuta was caught on the reload, and now the CTs have a distinct advantage. Good catch, nice from Kyojin, keeps it level. In fact, Vitality snatch an advantage themselves. Dance around the side, the cross is held by Shox. Ramp. Tizian's very, very aware of the fights he's going to be vulnerable to here. And oh, convinced you tucked in. Kyojin just patience, sitting behind the site, and he gets 3 on the Glock.
Oof, that's a confidence-building round right there for the youngster, right? This is the 3rd time he's playing Nuke with the team officially, and it's going to be, well, a 1-1 scoreline. So if they win this one, this will be their 2nd win. That'll be quite nice. Wow. Nuke could be coming out nicely in their map pool.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of uncertainty, right, for us, but also just for the squad in general. I remember, you know, when we've seen multiple teams with roster changes, it does tend to throw a bit of a mix-up into your map pool, whether it's player preferences to determine that, or just the in-game leader.
This might be quick. Lots of Mac 10s here, heavy over towards ramp.
Oh, pops a bullet. All that util now squandered, and they're already descending 3 players down the vents in response. It's a good catch from Brush. This is going to be a brawl. Oh, it's so quick. Yeah, well, you called it. And can't think of a better candidate to be taking all those $600 kill rewards. It's Iwood.
It's quite interesting when you look at this team now. You honestly have 3 youngsters. Now, Kyojin's actually the oldest out of the youngsters. I think he's 22. But you've just got these 3 youngsters who have, you know, only really popped onto the scene in the last couple of years. And then you have Apex and Shox, who have been doing this for the better part of a decade now. So it's quite the contrast to players, but we are seeing more and more of that happen in recent times.
I think that is going to be the lay of the land for competitive Counter-Strike going forward.
You know what becomes a really big skill set for the veterans then? It's not just the experience that they have, but it's going to be like their mindset and everything, and how they can impart that onto the new breed, which is not going to be an easy task. It's not an easy thing to do for adults in general.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they've been in the job for so long, now they're transitioning to like a management role.
Yeah.
You know, in any other walk of life, it would be the management role they're in now, where you have to start, you know, it's a different set of skills. It's communication, it's people management, it's understanding people and understanding how to present information to those people. It's a good one, and it is something that I think we're going to be seeing more and more of as Counter-Strike continues to develop. All of this Counter-Strike purists, all of these teenagers that have been grinding the game and have just got everything ironed out, at least on a fundamental level. That's when you throw them to the wolves that are Shox and Apex, and you let them just forge new weapons for the Counter-Strike realms. Searson, oh, is that a nice bit of information, no smoke, and straight across on the wall. Damage onto Zaiwu. He's the AK bearer. They might want to swap.
I think Shox could take that out of his hands here. Would be likely, and there's damage done from Apex, just peppering away with that Galil. He's trying to take some space, and Apex, are you ready for this? Of course he is.
Oh, well handled. Super well handled. The lobby aggression does go down as well.
Well, they know where the last man is. He's already shot a couple bullets. Shouldn't be too long until they find him, either towards yard, towards that ladder position. They are hunting. Better if they can do this cleanly, and one of the Mac 10s can get the kill. And yeah, they're just closing in now. That'll be it. 3-0. Nice quick start from Vitality. This wouldn't be the type of map where I would think somebody like Kyojin, you just plug it in. The T side of Nuke, Alex, you think about it, the smoke balls, the rotations. But yesterday, he was very key in some of their rounds against Extra Soul on this map, you know, denying rotations. He was doing a very good job there. But I'm not quite sure how it's going to work in the long run. Obviously, Vitality's map pool, if they want to, you know, change what they were doing during the RPK era, they will need to redefine that map pool and what sits at the top. But once again, we do see the yard smokes being lobbed on out.
Orp this time, he's got quite the upgrade as Searson.
It's a deeper wall smoke set, so a bit more room to work with here for Shox on that Mac 10. And a lot of options. He can try and get secret, he can peer into warehouse, he can go into main. And oh, Tizian's nade is great.
Yeah, but he's full blind and does manage to retreat. Searson's there to provide the support. Only one off the Orp. It's his rifle that does the damage nearly. A full 360 no scope.
How's Apex away? This is big. Shox has a lot of room to work with right now that has drawn so many rotations, and Shox can do a lot with this.
Wishful thinking, Chad, I think. Keto's hyper alert of the gap. Shox hasn't made noise, and Keto is vulnerable, even though he acknowledged it was a possibility. No, Shoxy! Losing half health does recover the AWP. And so the two of them, the old dogs we were talking about before, let's see if they've got any new tricks. Zintara is looking for lobby aggression. The CTs are completely isolated, so it will be 2v1. They're opting for an intriguing route through hell.
This gets dangerous now because it looks like they're going to come in through main, right? And if they come in through main, they have to worry about squeaky door, they have to worry about lobby, they don't even clear top ladder.
If they just do it contact, like CT vent, checks it, pulls it clear, the door's open, but they're... So he has no info, that's so silly! Okay, bomb will be planted, I imagine. It's on the safe side. Shox tucked in and actually wrapping back around. This looks good now. Zentares won't get initial fight. Oh, but Apex walks straight into the crosshairs, and now Shox called to clutch. Zentares is switched on. Turning around though.
Thinks he's ladder.
Perfect timing. Oh, Zentares, a quick double check.
Whew.
Shox trying to exert some trigger discipline. It does end up costing him.
I don't know if those steps were part of the plan or not, but worked in his favor in a massive way. That's Big's first here on map number 2. The fight for survival here at DreamHack Masters Spring continues. So much money in that bank balance for Vitality going into round number 5, though. 10k for Masuta. You got 9k, well, the likes for Kyojin and Apex. Shox just under that figure as well. Zywoo buys into an AWP.
The outside smokes they're throwing, Chad. It's like a deviation of the diagonal, whereby people are using the warehouse smoke as the third component of that cross smoke. You know, you essentially completely smoke off main, warehouse, and then one in between by like a credit card. And it's a perfect line of smokes that does give you such deep yard control. I'm not sure if it's the same one again. Here it is, actually. So warehouse is the third of the smokes, one in front of main, and look how much yard control you get.
There's a gap here. Toes just slotted in there across. So they're going to use the switch just to go across to the secret here. They'll get down 4 of which and silently.
Super cool spot.
Yeah, undetected. Now they're giving away a couple of sound cues. Few steps, flash heard, Zywoo holding this rotation. Have Molotovs to clear on out that stairwell, so utility now being limped out and the CT's not rotating. Kyojin left here just recovering that rotation and that flank. More noise here as called Zywoo across to help them out. And there's nobody towards lower at all for Big. Nobody at all, and Kyojin's going to hear the steps in lobby.
Uh-oh, losing Searson before anyone's even started to rotate.
Be that 4-letter word, Alex.
Yeah. Maybe Tizian wants to change that dialogue. A deep molly will stop the rotate. Oh, he's ahead of it. Tizian's pushing forward. Surge is into the site with another frag, and just like that, it's all blue on brown. That 4-letter word. You thought it was save, it was kill.
Same fate for Kyojin there. I thought maybe he'd have a crack at that one. Be able to find a kill or two, but it all worked on out in the end, and that really should not have fallen in that direction at all. The fact that they're able to push in that fashion from the top of ramp, great stuff from Big. That's the only way I can really put it. But when you consider this scenario right here, what type of utility facilitated this? And CT smokes being limped out to give them those avenues.
I do think that was Tizian's smoke as well,
yeah,
right?
I think he's lobbed it out a little bit deeper, right, to give himself that opportunity for that fight. So doing a lot there, and that's not a round I thought Big had much stock in, especially after that opening kill.
Well, that's really humbled the Vitality economy. Like, they've put it all in on the line here, and there's fast smokes. Tabson's got Incendiary to slow them. They're going to lose a lot of health if they want to brave that. Never mind. They can use the smoke and do get chipped away at a wild spray from the Mac-10. Oh, and Searson actually takes 2. Oh. Zywoo responds in kind. Quick tap onto Keto. Tizian, he could throw a very similar smoke. I don't think he needs to this time because Tabson's already out. Instead, deploys it towards the double doors. Kyojin's been given the responsibility of stopping any of that vent rotate funny business. Ooh, he's being hunted. Tabson peeked on. Nice. Zywoo finds a 3rd. And they've got so much util, Chad. Zentara's been on that CT vent. Kyojin does not have a Molotov, so if they fly up that ladder...
This could be huge from Zentaras.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive here. He gets the swing, he gets the timing right, he gets all three.
Checked. Eliminated. Masuta does everything required of him.
The hard clear on that as well. All right, Tizian, you're a hero last round. You want to try again?
No, thank you.
Well, the second Molly's definitely going to deny that heaven presence, and as we see him hold the S key, going to make his way all the way back into spawn and try and hold on to this org. I think they'll allow it.
Can I ask a dumb question? You know that CT spawn red box where you get the nice angle main and you get the jibbly wibblies?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Can you strafe onto that, or is it only boost? Because I don't know if my movement just sucks. This one.
This one here?
Yeah.
You can jump onto that.
You can?
Yeah.
I just suck at movement then. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Because I didn't want to be the guy that says, hey man, can you boost me? And everyone goes, do it yourself.
Yeah, you can like this railing.
From where? That's
railing.
what I've been trying. I'm just shit. I'm just...
We can go over it. Rush can help you out.
Yeah, because it is such a potent little angle when I'm solo a yard, you know?
It's a filthy little line there, especially if you can post up with something scoped.
This was great from Zaiwu as well. Like, the fact that he's peeking upon the flash, he knows that that's the window where tabseN's likely looking for the most likely fight. Yeah, big smile on his face as he does do damage. Like, that did start badly for them, right? Don't forget, there was a brief moment where we saw two big clan frags as they descended into that lower side.
Only with an MP9 as well, and it felt like that molly strung them out so shots couldn't be quickly traded. So Zaiwu quickly fixed that mess.
What's he up to?
He's got a Mac 10 now.
Oh my goodness, he's straight into the top site, and there's two to be found. Searson escapes. Looking good. Access to the side, though. This one's going to be over quick. One way or the other. Shots you wouldn't, would you? Down the vents, you cheeky bastards, both of them.
Suda has the vent rotation. Shox can get the bomb down. tabseN is the problem here, coming in through Secret. How quick can Shox stabilize?
Okay. Wow, Shox has done an awful lot here. tabseN going down to Masuta. They're making a 2v3 look very realistic here.
There's a smoke for Deke on all the bomb.
No hits. Bated breath. Yeah, Tizian has it. Okay. So it's going to be entirely Tizian's responsibilities. Just going to jump on it. Slight off angle.
Hard now.
Very hard. They need to be spraying him.
Oh,
They found him.
instant.
Masuta provides the insta headshot. Time-sensitive mission. Searson's just going to have to give up. Keep hold of what he can. Kiss his AWP and say, never mind, we'll get him next time, son.
Tizian was, you know, being a bit of a smartass about the way that they did that, right? Smoke goes, he just drops onto the bomb.
Fires the shot to mask the drop. Splash from his teammate. They were doing everything right there, Chad.
Yeah, Tizian always has those little micro maneuvers, right? And just instantly, Masuta swings over the doors. Yeah, look, I'm sure we all know where the bomb was planted. We have a rough idea, but still, instantly, normally, like think about a map like Vertigo. You're seeing 60 bullets. Masuta, done. Immediate. Round one. Great stuff here.
Yeah, that frag from Masuta as well. Like, that's tabseN we're talking about.
But you see this decision that was made to drop to... Here it is. Oh, it was just straight in. When you saw them go towards Squeaky, I think what they were trying to do was clear for that third top player who maybe was taking control. And then on the fly, I don't know who's made the call, but straight down the vent, they've completely eluded all the big pistol towards that top side. They gave themselves that buffer of time to set things up, and then Masuta hits a couple more bangers. He's looking sharp today.
Yeah, but MC's new visual, does that mean we can, like, take a closer look at, like, wall bangs in the replays as well? Because he looks straight through smoke, so we're going to see proper nerdy wall bang. Nice work, everyone. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, it's Bastion.
Bastion
well,
gets
we've been giving a lot of credit to MC, so Bastion.
Yeah,
we'll
nice
give
work,
you
dude.
a golf clap on that one, mate. Ouch.
Was that through her?
Yeah.
Kyojin, elbow, brave, does go down. And now Keto up close. They're charging top site. Zentaras is dead. As is Season.
He didn't let go of W.
Every single person we tried to observe just got slaughtered by that Mac 10 out of her.
Oh, dearie me. I'm loving this pace out of Vitality, Alex. This is such a refreshing brand of Counter-Strike compared to all that CIS stuff we've been watching.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see when they interact, right? Bang. All right, Apex, he'll take all four. Takes matters into his own hands on the top take.
Oh, that's an entry fragger's dream, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what we saw out of Zaiwu around previously in terms of the intent. Yeah. He just did a whole lot more with it. Let's see it from Apex's POV as well. So Season started it off, and then he just surged out. So perfect flash, and a third was right there as well. Season had nothing to contribute. Good shooting from tabseN as well. He wins a dual AKVP 250 against Zaiwu of all players. Nothing more to report. 4 for Apex. We're into our 9th round of play. Every weapon they could desire. A couple of sacrifices, though, for Big Clan in terms of util.